before I start, I'm just going to say I'm not going to look at the sound quality of this. You know, if you know anything about Scarlett and the Focusrite, you know that they're the best-selling interfaces on the market at that price range, or I think they might actually be the best-selling interfaces in total, and that's because the sound quality is really exceptional for the money, and the third generation takes it even further by emulating the ISA preamp by having this sort of air mode on it. The ISA preamp being sort of really, really famous, popular, top-end preamp. And I don't think there's much mileage in trying to demonstrate the second generation versus the third generation via a YouTube channel. I could sing in it, I could play keyboards in it, I could play the guitar in it, but I really don't think the YouTube compression will sort of help in any way. So you're going to have to take my word for the sound quality. But what's more important is how does it work? What do you get in the box? What's the connectivity like? And what sort of free software, etc., to get with it? So let's take a look in the box. So we've got a power supply, which comes with a European and a UK end, and it's nice and long, couple of meters there, which is really good. A USB cable, and the unit itself. So this is the 8 in, 8 out, so it's got 8 audio ins and 8 audio outs. And you can see it's quite a chunky little sort of nice, hefty little metal box with a really nice finish on it, just like the second generation. And what I already have is this. Which is the second generation. It's 2 in, 2 out, and I've been using this just to do things for the kids' schools and stuff, recording music exams, or if they're doing a school play and they want a decent recording. I've been using this stereo in, stereo out, and that's all I've needed so far. Nothing wrong with this. I'm not in any way dissatisfied with it. I just need more inputs. The studio gets so full while I'm doing these reviews sometimes it gets pretty dangerous, so thinking about doing some sort of filming outside the studio, so we need a vocal, a synth, maybe another synth, and maybe another synth. So my last video I used 4 inputs. I had the Wasp, the Mini Brute, the Stylophone Generate, and my voice. So I need 4, and I didn't get a 4 input just in case. You know, I've had to sort of buy a new one because I didn't buy enough last time round. So 8 in, 8 out should do me solid. So here we've got 4 mic preamps and 4 additional line inputs. And line outputs, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, plus we've got SP diff out and SP diff in. And outputs here, we also have headphones, 1 and 2. So you're thinking, where are the other 2 outputs? And that's something that you've got to be careful with when you're buying the Scarlett range, because, well, not just Focusrite, but everyone these days, they put in the number of ins and outs, and actually it's not necessarily analog ins and analog outs. So 20 in, 20 out isn't always, or is probably definitely not going to be 20 analog line inputs and 20 analog line outputs. So at the minute, I'm not sure where the other 4 outputs are. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 2 headphones, 5, 6. Got SP diff out and an optical in. So still no idea where the other out is. But I was more interested in the inputs, to be honest. I only need stereo outs. So great that it's got 2 headphones. And you'll notice, or I don't know if you can see that, you've got it's USB Type C. Is that what it's called? And you get a USB-C to normal USB cable. So if you're using anything like a sort of new Mac, for example, that's got USB-C, you'll have to get yourself another cable. Handy to know if you're in a rush. And unlike the smaller, like the 2i2, you do need a power supply with it. So let's turn it on. So as soon as I plug this in, the little green light lights here to show me it's connected, and on the computer I get Scarlett 18i8 USB detected. Go to the Focusrite app, Google Chrome's telling me to. And here we go. Let's get you started. So that's pretty simple, isn't it? So you can create an account. Shows you what essential software you get. Includes Ableton Live Lite and Pro Tools First, sort of a light version of Pro Tools, and it's got some tutorials here. So we go into, I already have a Focusrite Innovation or Amplifier account, log me in. So it pops up, it knows the serial number straight away, which is really nice. So I'll just add the date of purchase, which I don't actually know. So first thing to do is download Focusrite Control. And this is really nice, you just guided straight into it. Plug it in, opens the website. There we go, run the installer. Focusrite Control. So the Scarlett's currently in MSD Quick Start mode. Please click OK to restart your Scarlett and complete the online setup process. Log back in. So there's a video that shows you how to set up your audio device on a Mac. Don't really want to watch that, do we? No, I really don't want to watch that. Next. So it gives you a really step-by-step, sort of almost too detailed description of how to do all this. So I'm just going to jump out of this, am I? Let's just go to next. Choose your primary music software. I've already installed. But I could install Ableton Live Lite or Pro Tools first. It'll take 10 to 20 minutes total. No thanks, know what I'm doing. In my door, next. But it will give you advice. Let's go to yes, please. And it gives you advice on Ableton, Pro Tools, Logic, Cubase, FL Studio, GarageBand, Reaper, or others. So that's really interesting. That's really, really comprehensive, this, isn't it? And then an overview on how to use Focusrite Control. But what I really want to do is just get to use it. I'll just say yes, I'm up and running with Scarlett. So there's my Focusrite Control. There you can see I'm twisting my monitor, and I don't know if you can see that, but this is monitor up and down, so we know it's connected. So that is really, really super simple, isn't it? So let's plug in a mic. I'm going to use this Origin Spirit. Bit of a fan of these Origin mics. Get an awful lot for your money on them. Really nice quality. Let's plug in there. With the mic in. Okay, 48 volts I'll need. Click in the button and the light lights up. Don't know if you can see that there. Off, on. Turn the gain up a little. And on the screen we can see that everything's bouncing around. So headphone 1, headphone 2. Analog 1 in. We plug the 48 volts on to 3 and 4, do they appear? So we've only got inputs 1 and 2 there so far. And there's 3 and 4. So let's just try them one at a time. 2, is 2 working? Yeah, let's turn it up, there's 2. See 3 is working there, let's turn it up. There we go, 3 is working. I really do like the way they do the sort of monitor on this. So if you can see that, the green light, and as you get louder, it goes to orange, and then it goes to red. Really clever. And 4. Turn it up. There we go. All working. Let's maybe try a synthesizer or something in one of the balanced inputs on the back. So something nice and small and neat that fits on the table for purposes of the demo. There we go. 5's working as well. All up and running. So it's really easy to set up. Looking at the output routing page here, you've got various mixes you can do for the different outputs. It's not as comprehensive looking as I think it was the Sapphire, but I've not dug into this yet. And input settings, so let's put the air mode on. Just have a look at this. So on analog 4, air mode's lit. And the pad's lit. So there you go, one off. All really simple. So this has been a really, really simple setup. I know I've not gone into a sort of extreme detail about how it works, but hopefully it was of some use or some interest to somebody somewhere. Short but sweet, and see you next time.